princesses! Today I'm going to be talking about the Jenny House Ultra Fit Serum Cushion. This product was sent to me for review by Yesstyle, but I have had my eye on Jenny House for quite a while. I had some samples sent out which were like truffle skincare that I tried, and the packaging was really cute in the samples, but I didn't really like the skincare that much, so I was kind of like a little bit hesitant to buy because I wasn't sure if the quality was going to be very good. So I was super excited when this turned up with a bunch of other skincare for me to review, and I think for the skincare I'm going to do a video of mini reviews of the skincare because there is so much of it and I don't want to just do skincare reviews all the time. I'm sure you guys like a bit of variety too. So for this one we're going to have a product description, packaging, application, longevity, and final thoughts. So if you'd like to skip to any of those points, please do so now. So for this one, the product description says, this foundation cushion offers a glowy look with powerful coverage, featuring a strong, long-lasting power. Infused with 72-hour fermented black truffle extract, which nourishes and helps optimize skin's water-oil balance. Moisturizes skin with the infused serum. So the packaging of this cushion is really cute. I really like the color scheme. It's kind of like a beige and a rose gold. Otherwise, it's fairly simple with the initials JH on the front. It comes with a cushion puff that is bright pink. I'm not sure about the choice of the bright pink with this packaging in particular, but it's not too bad. The rest of the packaging is just like your regular standard cushion puff. This one did come with a refill as well, so these ones are refillable. You just pop the cushion out of the bottom and then you'll be able to put a new one in. So I was sent the shade number 21, which appears to be the lightest of the two colors. Yep, there's a 21 and a 23, so the inclusivity is like 0. I kind of come to expect that from Kbeauty brands, but it is still really disheartening to see. So it's not a very inclusive brand for colors. There are just 2. Okay, so I'm going to be applying the cushion using the puff provided, which is a very cute pink color. It's a nice squishy kind of puff, but it's not super luxurious, I would say. So I find this cushion pretty easy to apply. It has sort of like light coverage. You can build it up a little bit, but I find that if I build it up too much, then I just get a lot of clumping of the makeup. So you can build it up a little, but not much. So I'd say maybe like one layer would be light coverage, and then a second layer will give you kind of medium, but you cannot achieve a full coverage with this product alone. You would need to use a concealer as well if you need to. I would need to use a concealer on some of my darker scars, so I've got like a few here, like some on the upper lip as well, but I don't really care, so I'm not going to. You know, it's really wild as well. I realized the other day when I was looking at old photos of myself from when my hair was different, I was sort of like going back, the freckle that I have on my upper lip has faded heaps. I don't even know when I got that freckle. But like I haven't always had a freckle there. It's not like a beauty spot or anything like that. It's like a one real like pigmented freckle. But it's not as prominent as it used to be. Like I don't know when that happened, but in 2016 it was like real dark, and even when I had like a full face of makeup on I could still see it really clearly, and now I barely even notice it at all. Weird. I wonder if it's the skincare, or I wonder if it's just like freckles that sort of you grow out of. Do you grow out of freckles, or do they fade? Surely they fade, right? So this is how the cushion is looking at the moment. I really enjoy the way that it looks on my skin. I think that it looks a nice amount of dewy, so it doesn't look too shiny. Like I don't feel like my face looks oily, but it doesn't look matte. So this is how the skin is looking up close. So you can definitely still see a lot of freckles. So you can see really, really light freckles over here, scarring. You can see a lot of pores as well. So this one doesn't really do much for covering the pores, but it's not making them look worse than normal. We all have like texture on our skin, so it's normal to have your skin looking like this. Like I'm not bothered by it in the slightest. It's not making it look worse, which is my goal. I have a bit of texture on the forehead at the moment as well, and a few like little scars and things. So it's not making it look worse whatsoever. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to powder the skin up close, because every time I do it I swear that it makes my skin look worse, but I don't know if I'm just psycho or not. So I'm going to have a nice before. So this is the cushion with no powder. I always powder my skin because my hair loves sticking to my skin, but also I just don't like the feeling of non-powdered skin. So this is the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder, and I'm just going to do half my face. So that is how it looks afterwards. Am I just crazy? Or does it look like there's less coverage and my skin looks drier? So that's how the skin looks with no powder. And then with the powder. So I'm just going to quickly powder the other half of my face because I can't have one half powdered and one not. And I will be checking in with you guys throughout the day, except it will be yesterday because it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon today. Kind of run into problems with this room. It's a beautiful room, don't get me wrong, but the sunlight comes in like full blast in the mornings and I can't film in the morning. So we're just doing some split filming. So this is the application, and I actually did the longevity test yesterday with Yesterday's Face because I could put the makeup on at 8 AM and then go about my day rather than 2. So I'll check in with you guys throughout the day. So the foundation has been on for 6 hours now, just over that, and here is how we are looking. So there is a tiny bit of shine around the tip of the nose and slightly in the T-zone here, but otherwise it's pretty good. Check under the fringe, doesn't feel terrible. Nope, looks fine. So after 6 hours I'm feeling like my skin looks totally fine. I don't need to reapply or blot or anything like that. I can't see any places that it's coming off apart from around the nose, which is pretty normal. So overall I'm pretty happy with the short-term wear, so I will check back in with you guys later on today. So this is how the makeup is looking after 14 hours. Yes, it is quite a long day, but it is one of my many long days. It doesn't look too bad. It is pretty oily though, so it does look like the foundation is actually coming off of my skin, which is really disappointing. It doesn't get this bad if I don't wear it for so long, but yeah, it does look quite moist. The makeup also comes off when I touch my fingers to my skin as well, which is, I don't know, I feel really gross about it. So it's not my favorite thing for longevity. But yeah, it is 14 hours. Like I said, it's one of my usual long days, but not everybody has a day this long. And the cushion doesn't get this bad if you don't leave it on for quite that long. So overall, I don't mind this cushion foundation whatsoever, but it's probably not one of my favorites. I have to say that my skin does look really beautiful when it's freshly applied, and I am wearing it at the moment. It's been on since 8 AM and it's just about 2 now. So that's like almost 6 hours. But if I wear it for very much longer, it does really melt and it looks pretty bad. So I'll be teaching till 7:30. Yeah, 7:30 tonight. So it's going to be on for quite some time, and I just know by like the last lesson I'm going to look like I'm melting, and I don't like that. However, it does look really beautiful when you first apply it. I did find that when I put powder over the top, it did really dull out that shine and it looked a little bit more textured than before, but yeah, I can't not powder my skin personally, so that's just something that I have to live with. It's not terrible, it's just not as nice as it was before. So there are quite a few things that I don't like about the product, and there are a few that I do. So the packaging is just like any other cushion foundation, but it's quite pretty. Like, I like the color range, and I like the design with the logo on the front. I think it's really cute. It applies just like any other cushion. I don't have any problems with the application as well. I like the coverage. It does say, I was reading in the product description, it does say powerful coverage. But I'm going to go ahead and disagree with that because I can still see all of the flaws on my skin. So I've got a few like scars over here. I have freckles up on the top of the cheekbone. I've got a lot of scarring around my mouth, and I can definitely see all of it. So I would say that it's light coverage to maybe medium at best. I was also interested with the product description that it also contains black truffle extract. I wonder if that is just like a thing for Jenny House's lines, that like they just do lots of things with the black truffle extract, because that is the same black truffle that was in the skincare that I was sent as well. That I didn't really like. So I don't feel like the serum part of this cushion does very much for my skin. I don't feel like any makeup that has serum ingredients really has that many benefits for the skin anyway, but I certainly think for this one that it doesn't make any difference to me, which again is just my personal opinion. So overall, I think that it's nice initially, but I'm not happy with the longevity on this one. It doesn't have full coverage, which it kind of does try and tell you that it does, and there's only 2 colours. So with that very rounded review, I probably would not repurchase this just because the lack of inclusivity is frustrating. I don't really want to support brands that can't come out with more than 2 shades, and I don't think that the product is good enough for me to repurchase. However, if you are not worried about the lack of inclusivity, because I know a lot of Kbeauty brands do not make more than 2 shades. I'm not trying to pick on Jenny House in particular, but I feel like the more we say this, the more companies might actually listen to us. But if you like something that is really dewy, has light to just touching medium coverage, and comes in a fairly cute case, but you're not worried about longevity or anything, then it is a product I would recommend for you. It's not terrible, but it's not one for me. So I will probably be finishing up the last of this cushion. There is a refill inside the other case as well, so I'll put the refill into this case and then I'll pass it on to someone who would probably like it a bit more than me. It's the circle of life of products. So thank you guys so much for watching this review, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!